Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Princess Shimmers collection from Glam Polish. This is a 10-piece collection that goes on sale August 1st, so in the description box below I will link the Glam site, I will link their Instagram page, and I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from this collection. So I do have 10 polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have Damsel in Distress, and this is described as a light pink acrylic with iridescent shimmer, platinum silver flakes, and silver microflakes. So here's our first coat of Damsel in Distress. So this is a little sheer here on this first coat. It does cover it pretty well considering it is a light color though. Formula is very smooth and easy to work with. I had no running or pulling or staining with anything in this collection. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely for me in two coats, and it does go for pretty much everything across the board here. I'm going to show you two coats of everything today except the topper, but depending on your application and your preference, you might want to go in for a third coat. Nothing in this one is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove, but you will want a glossy top coat because this one does dry a little bit dull. So there is two coats. Up next we have Enchanted Rose, and this is described as a pink subtle hollow crelly with iridescent flakies, iridescent shimmer, ultra hollow glitter, and fine hollow micro glitter. So here's our first coat of Enchanted Rose. So this one, again, a little bit sheer here on this first coat. The formula is, again, very smooth and easy to work with, not too thick or too thin, no running or pulling or staining. The iridescent flakes that are in here flash a blue, and it stands out really nicely against this base color, and I'm sorry if I sound a little bit groggy. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in two coats for me. Again, depending on your application, you may want to go in for a third coat. This one is going to need a top coat because it does dry on the dull side and slightly textured because of the flakes that are in here. It can go matte or glossy and look beautiful both ways, but nothing's going to be difficult to remove. Up next we have Fairy Tales Can Come True, and this is described as a lime subtle hollow crelly with iridescent flakies, iridescent shimmer, ultra hollow glitter, and fine hollow micro glitter. Here's our first coat of Fairy Tales Can Come True. So again, a little bit sheer here on this first coat, but a smooth, easy to work with formula, no running or pulling or staining. The flakes that are in this one stand out really, really nicely. It gives me serious vibes of The Princess and the Frog, which I love. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in two coats for me. Again, depending on your application, you may want to go in for a third coat. This one's also going to dry on the dull side. You will want a top coat to finish this off. A matte top coat will help those flakes stand out, and a glossy top coat will help bring that shine back, but nothing's going to be difficult to remove. It will dry with a slight texture. So there is two coats. Up next we have Ever After, and this is described as a mint crelly with iridescent shimmer, platinum silver flakes, and silver microflakes. Here's our first coat of Ever After. Again, this one a little bit sheer here on this first coat, a broken record with this collection. All the formulas are pretty much the same across the board, very smooth and easy to work with, about the same amount of coverage across the board with everything here as well. The little black or darker flecks that are in here do stand out nicely, and it is a very beautiful look on the nail. So again, this is opaque in two coats for me. Again, you might want to go in for three just depending on how you apply your polish. You will want a top coat for this one as well because it does dry a little bit on the dull side, but nothing in this one is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove. So there is two coats. Up next we have Clock Strikes Midnight, and this is described as a sky blue subtle hollow crelly with iridescent flakies, iridescent shimmer, ultra hollow glitter, and a fine hollow micro glitter. Here's our first coat of Clock Strikes Midnight. Again, a little bit sheer here on this first coat, kind of running out of things to say. You get a good amount of these flakes out without having to do any kind of swirling or fishing for them. the larger ones come out nice and easily as well. Here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats for me. Again, you may want to go in for 3 coats, just depending on how picky you are. This one is also going to dry down dull, so you will want a glossy top coat to finish this off, but a matte top coat will help those iridescent flakies stand out even more. This one's going to dry slightly textured, but it won't be difficult to remove. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Fairy Godmother, and this is described as a periwinkle subtle hollow crelly with iridescent flakies, iridescent shimmer, ultra hollow glitter, and a fine hollow micro glitter. Here's our first coat of Fairy Godmother. So again, a little bit sheer here on this first coat. It does cover pretty well considering the pastelness of this collection. Everything does cover decently well. Again, a good amount of flakies out without having to do any fishing or specific placement of them. Here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 for me again. You will want a glossy or a matte top coat to finish this off. This one is going to dry with a slight texture because of the larger flakes that are in here, but nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have All Magic Comes With a Price, and this is described as a light purple subtle hollow crelly with iridescent flakies, iridescent shimmer, ultra hollow glitter, and a fine hollow micro glitter. Here's our first coat of All Magic Comes With a Price. So, a little bit sheer here on this first coat. Smooth, easy to work with formula, no running or pulling or staining. The flakes that are in here stand out really, really nicely. The pink against the purple base is very reminiscent of princessy in my opinion. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats for me. Again, depending on how picky you are in your application, you may need 3 coats on this one. We're working with a dull finish again, so you will want a glossy top coat to finish this off, or a matte top coat if you like the flakes. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have the Lost Princess, and this is described as a lilac subtle hollow crelly with iridescent flakies, iridescent shimmer, an ultra hollow glitter, and a fine hollow micro glitter. Here's our first coat of the Lost Princess. So this one is also a little bit sheer here on this first coat. Smooth, easy to work with formula. The purple against the gold is definitely very tangled Rapunzel to me, so I think this one fits her very well. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats. This one is going to dry with a slight texture, so you will want a top coat to finish it off. A glossy top coat will bring that shine back. A matte top coat will help those flakies stand out, but nothing is going to be difficult to remove in this one either. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Mira Mira, and this is described as a gray crelly with iridescent shimmer, platinum silver flakies, and silver micro flakies. Here's our first coat of Mira Mira. So this one is probably the most sheer in the collection in my opinion. I'm still going to show you what 2 coats looks like today. I was happy with the opacity in 2 coats, but this is the only one in the collection that I feel could probably have used that 3rd coat. Again, a smooth, easy to work with formula, no running or pulling or staining. My opacity, I was happy here in 2 coats. I did 2 coats for my swatch photo as well. This one is going to dry dull, so you will want a glossy top coat to finish this one off also. But nothing in here is going to dry textured, and nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove. So there is 2 coats. And lastly for today we have Glass Slipper, and this is described as a clear topper with rainbow iridescent flakies, iridescent shimmer, and platinum silver flakies. And here's Glass Slipper over Mira Mira. The combo of this is very beautiful in my opinion. This does have a very good, smooth, easy to work with formula. You will want a top coat over it because it does dry dull and slightly textured. This is not one that you can build up on its own though. So there is 1 coat. So my favorite of the collection was Damsel in Distress. This is an absolutely perfect shade of pink for me. Very flattering on my skin tone. I feel like this is one that's going to be flattering on a lot of skin tones. And I like the hollow in here. I like the platinum flakies in here. I like the pink shimmer in here. I like everything about this. Everything in this collection had a really good formula, which kind of surprised me because I think the last time Glam did pastels like this, I wasn't crazy about them. But this collection is really, really good. Damsel in Distress is my favorite. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this collection. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.